So we had Transitioning Children with Special Needs to Kindergarten. This is by Melissa Wallace, Rebecca Pedersen, Marissa Kingston, Liza Corral, and Christina Sanchez. Transitioning to kindergarten can be a difficult time for any student. With a child that has special needs, you may have to take more steps to ensure a smooth, safe, and comfortable transition. Here are some helpful tips and strategies to help with transitioning children with special needs to kindergarten. Talk with your child's preschool teacher about the best strategies for transitioning your child. Your child's teacher has been working with your child all year and can give you plenty of suggestions and strategies unique to him or her. Tour the school and meet the principal. Provide opportunities for your child to become familiar with the new playground and classroom, even if this means touring more than once. Your child will become more comfortable in settings he or she recognizes and is familiar with. Check local libraries for children's books about starting kindergarten or a new school. Books are a great way to explain new situations in kid-friendly language. Contact the new teacher ahead of time. Create and determine the best form of communication and create a small portfolio for the teacher to better understand your child. Include information of likes, dislikes, and personality traits. Communication will be key in supporting your child. Including a portfolio is a great way for your child to better understand for your teacher to better understand your child's personality, so he or she can adjust the environment or lesson plans before school starts. Become familiar with the IEP or Individualized Education Plan process and team. This team will support your child and guide them through a successful year. Stay positive and know you're not alone. Though transitioning to kindergarten may be a unique experience for your child, every child in the incoming class is going through similar hurdles of transitioning. There are many resources online to help guide you through the transition process. Raising Arizona Kids has a webpage dedicated to special needs resources for Arizona children. It provides information on advocacy centers and organizations, information on adaptive and assistive technology, early intervention, list of schools that serve special needs communities, legal resources, health organizations, and parent-to-parent support groups. Raising Special Kids provides links for transition to kindergarten, tips for home, how to communicate with teachers, information on LRE or least restrictive environment, IEPs or individualized education plans, and behavior management. The National PTA provides a special education toolkit with tips for transitions, information regarding your child's legal rights to services, and vocabulary information on school and IEP jargon. So here we have Raising Special Kids, and it's awesome. You have event training, you can register for workshops, and there's just so many different things that you can look at. Here we have, we have Raising Arizona Kids, and this can kind of show you all of the different things. We have family resources, articles, and even summer camps. Children's books are a useful tool in preparing your child for a new transition. Books are engaging and use children-friendly language to explain new experiences. Using children's books can help take away the anxiety and fear of starting in a new classroom. They can give insight on what their new classroom might look like, what the rules and classroom dynamic will look like, and what the new school schedule may even look like. Books can give your child a clear example of what to expect as they transition into kindergarten. Some popular books on transitioning to kindergarten are Franklin Goes to School by Paulette Borges, Look Out Kindergarten, Here I Come by Nancy Carlson, Welcome to Kindergarten by Anne Rockwell, Tiptoe to Kindergarten by Jacqueline Rogers, and The Night Before Kindergarten by Natasha Wing. It's not easy to just send your child to a new classroom with new teachers and even possibly to a new school. You are definitely not alone. There are websites and books that you can learn a lot from. These resources are here to help. Please visit these websites, Raising Arizona Kids and Raising Special Kids. You will find all the information you are looking for, starting to transition to kindergarten, special education tutoring, parental rights, and much more. We are here to answer any questions about transitioning to kindergarten as well. Transitioning children with special needs to kindergarten is important to know about because it's important for the parent to feel comfortable about moving their child from one place to another, whether that's from one classroom to another classroom or from one school to another school, who are dealing with new staff members. It is also important to know about this topic because when a parent is more educated on the transition process, it makes the transition much more easier for the child and parent because they already know what is expected and what will happen during the transition. Also, this topic is important because when parents are going through transitioning their child, they feel more comfortable and confident when they have resources to provide them and support them on topics of how it works. An important opportunity in this slide is answering parent questions. Parents want to know who they have to contact, who the child's teacher is or will be, and who will the parent keep in contact for any further assistance the child may need. According to the research, children with autism spectrum disorder face more challenges transitioning to school, particularly with social interaction. A study looking at the transition to school for children with autism spectrum disorder showed that children with ASD are less school-ready emotionally than their peers. Children with ASD had a poorer understanding of self and social awareness, but had an exceeding understanding of academic concepts when entering into kindergarten. There are practices in place to help with transitioning students into kindergarten. However, the intervention strategies being used appear to improve cognitive, language, and daily living skills, but have less of an impact on developing social skills. Results from this research concluded that children with ASD appear to have more externalizing behaviors and self-regulation difficulties that affect their school engagement. In a research study related to the process on transitioning students to kindergarten, parents were asked to fill out a survey on the importance of school board transition practices for children and parent satisfaction of transition of services from preschool to kindergarten. You can see the exact wording on those questions in these tables. From the table on the left, there were no difference between parents of children with and without special needs in their perceived importance of the routine transition practices. However, in the table on the right, there is a difference in satisfaction with transition of services. Parents of children with special needs were significantly more likely not satisfied with the change and with the availability of services in school than parents of children without special needs. So here are a few frequent questions you as a parent may ask and you are now able to answer. So how do I know if my child is ready for kindergarten? How do I know if my child has an IEP? Who can I reach out to? How can your teacher help? Have we worked with children similar to yours, and what community resources would be helpful to meet my child's needs. No one expects you to know everything about your child's development at school. It is good to learn about your child so you can be a strong advocate for them. You can share information. Once you've identified your child's strengths and needs, share them with the early childhood professionals and give examples to illustrate each one. Doing so can provide the team with a fresh, insightful way of looking at your child. And lastly, here we have a form that we would love for you guys to fill out. So it's transitioning children with special needs to kindergarten. So we just ask what information was helpful to you, how would you use this information in your own family, was this presentation easy to follow, and what would you like to know more about? And then lastly, here are all of our references. All right, thank you guys so much.